Let me just tell you something. I will never, ever take that many mushrooms and watch a political debate again.
I was on Jerry Springer's podcast, and this is way fucking better than that.
Take me into your portal. I'm ready.
The hell did you just say?
I'm bummed. I'm bummed. I never knew we were dating that whole time, though. You should have texted me. It probably would have been really fun if I'd known.
Saw a bunch of people run into the Capitol. I thought, fuck, this sounds like a fun idea. It wasn't until I got home, people were like, Jay, I didn't know you were a racist conservative. And I was
I am waiting here 1,000 years here. What's going on? You talking about something? Yeah. How are you, everybody?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for The Least We Could Do. It is Saturday, the 6th of March, here in 2021. Here are your hosts, Jimothy and Dwayneathan.
Here we are.
Oh shit,
Here we are.
You're still muted, Dwayne.
It's
Yeah,
the least.
good evening.
I'm just gonna start doing. You unmuted Jimmy, but you didn't unmute me. What the fuck?
I didn't unmute. No, he muted you. I didn't mute you.
I didn't mute anybody. I didn't mute anybody.
I didn't unmute anybody
Look,
or mute anybody. So
Listen.
There you go.
It doesn't matter. We're all here to be heard, and people are ready to listen. Welcome to The Least We Could Do, coming to you every Saturday from 8 to 10 Central Standard Time. I am lucky to be joined by my beautiful co-host, Dwayne Primo. How are you, buddy?
Man. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm beautiful.
Yeah, and then once again we've got the wonderful Kyle doing the pushing the buttons, pulling the levers, making everything work. Did my presentation today
On the ones and twos, as they say. Is that what they say?
Yeah, the ones and the twos. Thanks, Kyle. How was your week?
Good, man. Good. It was overtime week, so I'm just raking in the dough.
You didn't ask me how my week was.
Thank you, Jeff Bezos.
Hey, he's not. He's out. He's not the guy anymore.
Oh, right. Yeah. Cool.
Dwayne, I did ask you how are you, and that
You
was
didn't even do that. Honestly,
I did.
No,
Roll back the tape.
you didn't.
Roll back the tape. Mark it.
We're not rolling back the tape
Roll-
until after. We
don't have
can't
that
roll
back
back the tape until after the show is over, James.
All right. Okay. So
Hey,
I
speaking
asked
of-
you. Look, this is your last opportunity. Sorry to interrupt, Kyle. Sorry, Kyle. I'm taking care of an existential crisis that Dwayne is having here. Where
I'm
he
not
doesn't
having a
ask
crisis.
There's
no crisis. Obviously, you're the one
who's
who's raising your tone
Okay.
and getting all aggressive. I don't know what.
Are we allowed to talk about certain things that you did this week? Because I've seen a change already. We're
What,
all
about the vaccine because I got a shot
No.
yesterday.
I'm
The
talking
other
about
thing.
talking to people.
What do you? Oh no.
Oh, we're not allowed to talk about that.
It's just not because I talked to Paul
Speaking of
today. What are
which-
you talking about?
Because you talked to Paul.
Talking
Rev-
the
You
Talking
went to
Beards
confession.
Network.
I went to confession with the Rev.
Okay.
All right.
What,
Well, we'll talk
Kyle?
about
What, Kyle?
When you're ready.
What?
When the
We will
episode.
pay attention to you now. Look, I'm looking at you.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm
I was
looking
just
at you.
I was just gonna bring up that the Talking Beards has been on since 3 p.m. and we did not cut them off. It's just this is just dual live feeds now.
Is it
Speaking
really?
of which, the Talking Beards is one of our sponsors of the show here, and all of their shows are here. We are on the Saturday night from 9 to 11
Now,
Eastern time.
So
I
there's
think,
there's two feeds going right now.
Yeah, man.
There's
Yeah.
Mobfest 4
Mhm.
and then us on the
And then
same network at the same time.
At the same time.
Are we
Incredible.
still the number one show on the Talking Beards network at our time slot? Kyle, are we?
Yes, number one at our time slot on the Talking Beards Network every week for the past 7
7 weeks?
Since when you
Yeah.
started. Yeah.
When did we start?
well, thanks for-
Episode
also-
29, right?
they also provided our second sponsor, the original poop knife.
Okay,
That is right.
I didn't know you're doing the sponsors. I was trying to get back to the sponsors. Is that what you were trying to get me back on track?
I'm doing great at it.
Yeah,
Okay,
Kyle's
let me
doing
tell you,
great.
let me
Kyle
tell you
should do the
something
sponsors every week.
special. Let me tell you something special about Jimmy. Jimmy owns this thing called Jimmy's Bazaar. Now, it's a bunch of stupid shit. He's got shit from all over the place. From, I mean, come on. Go check out his eBay, but look up Jimmy's Bazaar. It's fantastic. Look at this.
But
look at
don't expect quick shipping.
No.
It's going to be pretty fucking slow.
Are you talking about your shirt?
Even if you're paying for expedited shipping, it's still pretty fucking slow.
Are you talking about your shirt from Cassie?
No,
I've got those ready. They're going out on Monday. I was going to do it.
To have gone out a week ago.
No, we got.
I heard. You told me last Sunday that they were going out on Monday.
I've got crippling depression.
And biscuits, fluffy white biscuits. Oh, fluffy white biscuits. One of our sponsors. And also, just to let you guys know, it only takes $1 to become a sponsor on our show. The very first sponsor we have is Styko's Nut Scrubs, cleaning Texas one nut at a time. One nut at a time. Also, we're talking about Cosmic Cowboy for all of your smoking needs.
Man, I have used a lot of Cosmic Cowboy product today. Wow.
Excellent.
What's the drinking word of the night? Let's talk about that.
I'll get there. 1 second.
Awesome facial hair.
Awesome facial hair club is the other one. And then our final, and one of our best things that we have this evening, we also have a dean and a professor from the Ancient Astronaut Theorist University.
That's right.
Which brings us to our drinking word of the night. Unidentified.
Lay it on me, Kyle. Oh, unidentified.
Yeah.
So that means we have to say it out. Like when we're talking UFOs, we got to say
right. They have changed the designation.
Flying object.
The designation has been changed from unidentified flying object to, I think it's UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon. I believe it's called now.
That's stupid. Everybody knows UFO. Well, unidentified or not. Cheers, guys.
Oh no, that's United American Patriots. Never mind. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. What a show we've got, and what we're alluding to. We got Kat and Jax. They're coming back on tonight. They're going to be talking to us about UFOs, and I put Neanderthals there too because,
you leave a silent H in there too, don't you?
Neanderthal, and
you see, you said it different the second time. You said Neanderthal. The first time you said Neanderthal.
Well, I said it right, but then I had whiskey in my mouth. But anyway, so look.
Okay. You're not confident.
There's a lot of talk. Biden sat down in his chair, had his little grandpa moment.
He had a fireside chat. Is that what it was?
Yeah, something like that. And then they asked him a question. Of course, they're going to ask the question to the president of the United States about one of the largest states in the union going to a 100% open mask mandate gone away. They were going to ask him, right? And
open for business in Texas.
And he said, look, I wish that we were. I don't really know what he said, but if I was president, I would be like, look. We live in a country where states have the decision to make certain rules, and it's unfortunate. It's a very large state.
Biden would say that easier than you said it. Like spit it out, mumble mouth. What is going on with you?
Blah blah blah. It opening up before we get everybody vaccinated is Neanderthal thinking, right? And that's what he said. And then all of a sudden, everybody's a Neanderthal expert. So
did he say Neanderthal or Neanderthal?
I don't know. What do you want to say? What do you want to say?
I want to say tall because that's the way Joe Rogan says it.
Neanderthal.
I want to say Neanderthal because that's the way Joe Rogan says it.
Okay. Your Lord and Savior says Neanderthal. In order to eliminate...
He's the savior of Austin, man. He's the savior of Austin.
He almost brought Dave Chappelle here and killed him.
Dave's fine. He's over it now. He's fine.
I think of Joe Rogan every day because of two things, like especially on a work day, two things. But I walk out on my porch,
Mhm.
and there's a greenhouse
Mhm.
in my
Oh
courtyard.
shit, we never talked about the Joe Rogan greenhouse. Fuck.
My neighbor works at a chicken shack here in Austin, and Joe Rogan loves the chicken, right? And it turns out that
He's not
he's a
blow up
Rogan-
the spot.
he knows, yeah, he knows her. And so anyway, while the order was being taken, or while it was being prepared or something,
Mhm.
she laments to Joe Rogan's daughter about how she's worried about the freeze coming up, and she was right to be worried. She probably was reading the freaking
Farmer's Almanac.
Farmer's Almanac.
Why can you not speak tonight? What
I
is
don't know.
wrong with you?
I got the shot.
Don't say crippling depression either.
Okay, so this is the thing. She tells her his daughter that she's wanting a greenhouse, but she can't afford it. And then they pick up the food, they sign the check, she looks at the receipt, they tip her enough
to build a greenhouse.
Buy this greenhouse. Yeah. So this is the greenhouse that Joe Rogan built. We call it the Joe Rogan greenhouse.
I'm glad you didn't say memorial, because that would just be wrong.
No, why a memorial's when somebody's dead.
Exactly. So
hey, I'm seeing everybody.
I was out at Lake Travis today. Yeah. You know how low the water is? It's crazy.
Let me say hi to the guys. Scott Sikora's chiming in. What's going on, Scott?
Oh, hey,
man. And Larry Hicks out in Marble Falls, chilling out there. Finally got power and water back. My main man. Good to see you listening. Love you, man. We call him Blues Man Hicks. And then we got
the party robot himself.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. Like when you first start drinking whiskey, and I started right as the show started. You got to get your mouth to wake up. Like I think it's like a punch to the tongue.
See, that's the problem. You don't do your vocal exercises before the show starts. That's why you're so mumble mouthed and fumbling and hey, Christopher, tell
rubber
us.
baby bumpers, rubber buggy baby bumpers.
Shout out to Christopher Tellis.
Yeah, Tellis. Tellez out in El Paso chiming in. Thanks for listening, buddy. And Justin doing his UFC watching. I'm watching some of the.
I saw a photo he posted of both grills fired up, man, just flaming, just looked like a wizard.
So
he's burning meat.
What was I just talking about? Son of a bitch.
We were talking about ancient astronauts and no, you were talking about something else. What was it? I don't know. I'm super high.
Did I finish?
The greenhouse, the Joe Rogan greenhouse.
Oh yeah, so the greenhouse. There you go. So
you said there was something else that makes you think of Joe Rogan every day.
That was all a transition from me. You made me say Neanderthal because Joe Rogan, your Lord and Savior, says it. So look, I think about him because of that greenhouse, and then also the Austin Neon shop has that neon sign that says something Joe Rogan on it. So I see his name.
It seems like you're more of a fanboy than I am. For fuck's sake,
I've never listened to his show other than little clips. I think he's funny. You know,
I've listened to his show since 2006, probably. Like, I mean, I have no problem saying it. I enjoy the show. I think it's great. Yeah. I wish this show was more of us having conversations with people who are cool than just listening to you talk all the time, which is what this show pretty much is, listening to Jimmy tell stories about Jimmy.
Well, let's listen to a Dwayne story.
Let's bring some guests on and talk. We got callers coming in. We got all kind of stuff to talk about. Not just you, Jimmy, and your crippling depression. I don't know. You want to get it out, man?
Okay. You brought it up. So this is what I was going to say. You know what people want?
What?
They want to see me losing my mind. And you want to know the best way to get there?
What's that?
Us talking politics.
I know.
I'm telling you, we need to just start talking politics. Now, this is the pitch. I want to talk about politics. Like, and when I talk about politics, I want to talk about rebuilding this fucking country, man. I want to talk about getting these people that are crazy. I mean,
why is the show encouraging this behavior? What the fuck is going on?
These crazy people that are and they're on both sides, Democrats and Republicans. And I keep hearing for years like, we need a third party. Let's talk to somebody that's going to tell us, is that even a fucking possibility? Because I don't see it unless somebody walked in. Like if Elon Musk said, you know what, I'm going to give $5 billion to start the I want to leave here and go to Mars party.
There's one viewer.
Then people would be like, all right. I'll join the I want to go to Mars party. And then they just
one quitter, and one joiner, and one person that just cannot make up their mind if they want to stay and listen to this shit or just go away. I think they finally decided to go. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
Well, we can talk about butterflies and ice cream cones if you want.
Well, the butterflies are all dying because of climate change.
Solving some of the problems. Like our friend Jeanette is out there trying to get all the people that work in restaurants and bars vaccinated. Like before we open up 100%, let's get people vaccinated. I don't understand what's so hard about that. And then but it's this ideology.
Here's the thing, man. Like this dude came out and said, "Hey, Texas, 100%, you're open. You don't have to wear masks. You don't have to fucking. You don't have to do any of this bullshit." But the thing is, he didn't say we don't have to either. So people could still wear masks.
Well,
people could still fucking do all the things that they need to do to protect people. It's up to them. You don't have to fucking
if he was to have come out and said, you know what, masks are against the law. If you're seen with a mask, you're tackled to the ground, tased, and we will spit.
Now that would have made some people happy.
I mean, people would have still cheered for that.
Yeah. But nobody cheered for this.
Yes, they did at the fucking press conference. If you go back, roll the tape. I'm
not watching the press conference. I couldn't watch the press conference because my goddamn power was out because Wheels ran over the cord and fucking pulled it out again.
As soon as he said, we're opening up 100% and we're taking away the masks, they went, yee-haw! Yeah!
Ooh, yeah! There you go. Politics. We're down to 8 now. Hell yeah.
There's a guy pouring mobile 10W20 oil all over his body, and in the background, and then
there was a UFO flying over Lake Travis just a couple days ago, and all you want to talk about is fucking politics.
No, you were just saying nobody wanted to listen to me.
They don't.
I just wanted to go on a rant to pay you. You back
just to run off the 12 people who were watching. Thanks. Good job.
Well, listen, tonight we do have Kat and Jax, and they're going to be joining us, and we're
Kat and Jax will talk to me about this Lake Travis
Neanderthals, and we're going to be talking about UFOs. And it turns out that the same UFO or unidentified, I don't know why I did this, because UFO stands for it.
Is it? I think it's unidentified aerial phenomenon now, if I'm not mistaken. I believe.
What are you going to Google? How do you Google that?
Well, right now I'm Googling
what is the new word
deep
for UFO.
Let's see. Here's what we got to do. The deepest point of Lake Travis. 210 feet deep at its deepest point.
Yeah.
That's deep enough to hide a fucking spaceship.
You think there's a spaceship in Lake Travis?
I think there are a number of small scout craft hiding at the base of Mansfield Dam. That's what I mean.
I believe that. Well,
and I believe that Alex Jones knows how to pilot one of those scout ships.
No, he doesn't.
And that he is a fucking alien.
He will be left behind. Like he would be like, "Hey, hey, are you guys aliens? I'd like to hang out with you. And they'd be like,
Who's
no.
this? We have a phone call. It looks like.
Bad Taylor, are you on the phone?
This is Bad Taylor.
Oh, the one and only Bad Taylor. Taylor Weldon. How are you, sir?
Well, then, yeah.
Good.
What's
How are you guys
we're
doing?
good. We're good. But listen, come on, man. Are you gonna hook us up with one of those Curiology patches or what?
I got a couple.
I can get you a Carology patch, yeah. I can get you a Carology patch.
That Firefly black is pretty dope, bro.
Yeah, those are gone though. Those are totally gone.
I know they went fast.
Are those?
We got 3 more coming.
Are you talking the angel patches? This first round is all gone.
The angel patches, there's a couple left. The Firefly is totally gone, but there's 3 more Fireflies coming on Wednesday.
I don't know what the Firefly is, but I want it. But I also want the angel patch. I want the angel patch.
Okay, I can make that happen.
Okay.
You know what, Jimmy? The special edition Curiology classified patch. I have the very first one ever handed out.
Hey, but I don't know if he wants everybody to know that he's a bag aficionado and a carry aficionado and also believes in the supernatural. Is this something you worry about?
I mean, is it supernatural
I believe
though?
in supernatural bags.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
That is true. Like fairy tale bags, I would say.
So it's not a mistake that you're calling in on the night that we're talking to Jackson Cat about UFOs. You have something to tell us. Tell us about your encounter.
So I'm going to start with a preface. So I travel out for work, and for those listening, my fiance, her name is Taylor as well, and I think I was up in Bozeman, Montana, working on a bag project, believe it or not, and Taylor called me while I was up there, like at night, and she's like, "Hey, I was outside on our patio, and I saw this thing fly over, and it was like invisible, and it didn't make any sound, and it flew right over my head, and I'm freaked out." I was like, "Okay, I mean, I believe you, but I don't know what to do with this information while I'm in a different state, and like that's crazy."
Yeah, you went into like protection mode, but you felt helpless
in a different state.
I would immediately have questioned. It was invisible, but you saw it. Come on, can you?
Yeah, but like she described it as maybe better than that, and I was just like, I don't know what to do with this information. I believe you, and that's crazy. Basically, like I hate to be like, oh, that's crazy, but like, what am I going to do? I was like, and I'm a different state away. I'm like, okay, cool. Do you have a photo of it? Not that I didn't believe her. She's like, no.
Right.
I'm like, okay, and like that was kind of it. I was like,
and this was when? This was
go
when?
inside. This is maybe 2 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe 3, maybe like in November or something like that, maybe December. But
gotcha.
Yeah, it was just like, okay.
Cut to
West Central Austin is where she's hanging out in West Central Austin. Yeah, north of
we
the
live near Anderson and Mopac.
Okay, we know the area. Let's not get too many details.
Okay.
Yeah. So
239 Riverside.
So fast forward. So fast forward to Wednesday night, and I've actually told a few friends about this since then. And
well, that's how you ended up on the show tonight, because you told me about it.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the first time I like publicly did anything. Like I was just verbally telling friends. I posted on Facebook if anyone's friends with me, but I posted on Facebook maybe 2 hours ago, and Dwayne saw it and said, "Hey, you got to call in." But so Wednesday night, which is what was that, March 5th or whatever the date was. We're sitting on the patio, like it was 4th,
March 3rd.
Whatever, semantics. So we're sitting on the patio, and we're like getting ready to go to bed. It's maybe 10 o'clock, maybe 11 o'clock at night, weeknight, and we're just sitting here, and we have a very small view of the sky from our patio because there's a building on each side of us, so it's a very small section that we can see.
Okay, which way are you looking? What are you facing? What sky are you facing there?
So we are facing pretty much due north.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much due north in this small window of sky. and we're kind of just sitting here quietly, and I see this thing traveling diagonally from southeast
Vaginally?
to northwest.
Did you say vaginally?
So, no, diagonally.
Oh.
So not directly through our field of view, but across.
Right.
And the way that I can best describe it, do you remember the movie Predator when he has that adaptive camouflage that you can like,
yeah,
you can see his shape, but you
right,
see
everything is
through
kind of
it, you know?
pixelated.
Yeah, it's blurry, you know.
Yeah.
So
it was
you see the
cloaked.
thing, and it's like a cloaking device, a blurry cloaking device, and it's flying very low. I can't guess the altitude. To 3 trees high, maybe 1,000 feet in the sky, maybe.
Difficult to gauge altitude when you're not sure you're not certain of the size of the craft, right?
Right, and based on what we think the size was, it's airplane size, and it's traveling very fast. Like
so, the size of a scout craft, you might say.
Maybe.
What do you know? What do you know?
Triangular?
The size of these could be tiny little freaking aliens, like the size of
Look, man, this goes with my theory of scout craft living at the bottom of Lake Travis at the base of Mansfield Dam.
To be fair, it's very difficult to judge the size because
to be fair,
you're looking at a camouflage thing or whatever, you know, like, but to both of us, it looked like the size of an airplane traveling very low, very fast in one direction. And the creepiest part was there's no sound. It's just totally silent. I mean, it's across the sky.
What kind of, hey, Taylor, what kind of propulsion could they be using?
So I'm hanging with my buddy Jordan, and he mentioned a couple different suggestions. That he said the military does have a propulsion system that is silent with a specific test fighter jet craft. I forget the exact name, but he just mentioned that. So apparently that technology does exist. And I'm not here to say what it was, what it wasn't, other than it made absolutely no sense. I stood up and said, "What the hell is that?" And she said, "See, that's the thing that I saw." And you didn't believe me. I was like, no, I believed you. But
I blabbed you. You even blabbed you.
Yeah, I blabbed you.
No.
The weirdest part is like, we didn't have a photo. We didn't have a video. And Taylor gets on her phone right away. She's like, UFO sightings in Austin, like on Google. And like, it was literally 5 seconds we saw it. And of course, there's no news that fast. And we're just like, what, other than post to Facebook?
Now, estimate what time was this, Taylor?
Between like, I don't know, 10 o'clock maybe. Okay. It could have been 9.
Well, listen.
So
Taylor,
here's the thing. Baker Mayfield tweeted at 10:40 p.m. on March the 3rd that he and his wife on the way home from dinner saw a very bright ball of light going straight down out of the sky towards Lake Travis. Now, what you saw, was it a bright ball of light?
It was not a bright ball of light. It was a camouflaged, plane-shaped, triangular plane-shaped thing.
Well, listen, Taylor, do you know that you were on the show coincidentally with our UFO experts? Do you mind if I bring on Jackson Cat? We got Jedi Jax and Pussycat. They're going to probably have some follow-up questions. Let's get right to it. These are UFO, Neanderthal.
We bring the experts.
Neanderthal experts on right now. All right. 5 people on the show.
Hi, guys.
Hey. How you doing?
Welcome back.
So good to see you.
Good to see you. Really good to see you guys.
Did you just hear Bad Taylor's description of what he saw the other night?
Yeah. Yes. And I've
very interesting.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, here
I've
we go.
never seen anything like that. I've seen weird stuff before, but I've never seen that shape, that speed, that silent. I've never seen that.
Now, Jax, you're
the altitude.
You have experience with something seems to be cloaked, triangular, plane-like object.
Yes, very similar. Where I finally saw it personally,
Mhm.
you know, but I've heard of many people talking about the same thing, where it flies at a lower altitude than, say, a regular airline plane,
Mhm.
but it can move super fucking fast, stop, then, but you can't, what he was describing is like, you can't actually tell what kind of shape it is. So I've seen it where you're like, is that a triangle, or I don't really know. Like your eyes are your eyes are playing tricks on you, and you're trying to make shape of it because it starts to morph. And I've seen it where it's morphed completely into invisible.
That's that cloaking factor where it can almost shape shift, I would imagine.
It shifts, and then it can literally just hover and be completely invisible with no
and then
sound.
Gone in a second, just gone.
In a second, it can just disappear. It can come as fast as that and stop.
And then, like boom, like immediately, right?
Literally just boom. And I,
this is where,
boom.
This is where I have questions, because we could develop that silent technology. Taylor, you said that you've talked to some people who have seen this silent technology, but nothing that can move that fast, that maneuverable, I don't think.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, well, my buddy Jordan, he did say the aircraft that he's talking about, the military aircraft, it has the ability, like most, fighter jets, they can go straight and they can turn, but this one can lift off straight up and down,
vertical flight
direction.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite familiar with that, but he seems to have a pretty solid level of knowledge on it. But
yeah. Well, I mean, vertical takeoff has been a capability that we've had for quite some time. I mean, the Harrier came out in the 70s, I believe, but something silent. I mean, those Harriers are loud. It's a lot of force to lift something that heavy off the ground.
Anything a Harrier. Jax or Kat, do you have any follow-ups for Taylor? We wanted to get him on to just kind of get the juices, the UFO, the unidentified.
It's real, man. Like what you saw was real. Because even if you wanted to try to take a picture of it or a video, you probably wouldn't have you wouldn't even been able to use your phone. Like I've tried and literally my phone will not work. Or if you try to get a picture of it, it literally just looks like a bouncing ball in the video because their technology is so incredibly advanced. It's just beyond even what we have. And if it's even a part of our technology at this point, like if our government, whatever, has learned this technology, then that's fucking cool. It exists, but they obviously learned it from somebody else. So what you saw is super advanced, especially if it can hover and it can literally cloak itself and disappear. You definitely saw a UFO. It's fucking awesome.
Do you think they scanned your DNA?
I mean, that's part of me. Like, I was wondering why they were flying over a city. It's like, are they taking photos? Are they scanning something? I don't know what they're monitoring, but they're looking at something.
No anal probing or anything. I'm assuming you know what that's like.
You feel safe about that?
Yeah, I was a little sore.
Yeah.
Well, good to talk to you, Taylor. Got to let you go. I'm going to talk to the ladies here. Love
you guys, man. Check out Taylor's videos on the Carryology YouTube channel as well. He's got some really good informative videos on your carry solutions.
I mean, it's crazy
Thank you.
How many people are into freaking bags and cases. Like you guys were going crazy over the boxes that were used to carry the ballots, the election ballots to Congress. You guys care about stuff.
We go crazy.
Carry. If you want to know anything about backpacks or even like hip satchel, I saw somebody post today. They were like, "I'm really liking that everybody's doing the fanny packs again." Okay, so go to his place to go talk about fanny packs. Don't bring that shit here. But Taylor, I love you. Miss you.
Love you too, buddy.
Take care,
Can't wait
guys.
to see you in person again.
I mean, maybe that's why they're coming
Likewise.
to him, because they want to find new ways to carry their shit.
That is true. That is true.
What do you think about this this report that Taylor just tells us? And then we've got this Baker Mayfield. He just saw something. Was it
same night?
same March 3rd over Lake Travis. But then I also I mentioned to y'all that I was interested about this UFO experience from the United Airlines pilot. Is activity ticking up? What is it that we don't know about? Why are they here? Have they been here the whole time? Please make sense of this for me, because I'm feeling confused.
I don't know. I don't want to speak for Jax, but I think as things have, as more and more information has been getting released, and as people are being more open to the idea of extraterrestrial life, I just think that there's sort of a universal understanding that there's kind of more of an acceptance of it. I think too. I don't know, maybe Jax, I don't know if you've done any research on this specifically, just kind of thinking of it in the context of the whole UFO, like Neanderthal issue, where, we're finally getting to a point where we have so much data that we are collecting. And, I've read some theories and have, started to think about research myself on, are they starting to target in on people who maybe have larger amount of Neanderthal heritage compared to, your typical person? I don't know. It's something that's been coming up more and more.
Well, and like to what you're saying, like, so a good comparison is, so you've got all these people doing the 23andMe ancestry, right? And figuring out they're connected to this person, all the way to Africa. And all of a sudden, as science and technology advances, all of a sudden they're going to go, holy shit, what is this that you're connected to? It's starting to all come together where they're going to have to make explanations.
I mean, you got some alien DNA creeping around in there.
It's in every single one of us, right? So they're like, we're going to start getting you used to the idea. And then these UFOs, extraterrestrials, they've been here forever. I mean, they've been here before us.
Yeah.
And they've been playing around, and they're going, okay, you know what? Now we have the ability to make it seen if we want to. And it's literally, if you think about it, there is literally an actual Star Wars group of people outside of Earth.
They're building an embassy. Like I saw an article the other day. They're building a bar and a hotel in space, and they want to have that thing built by like 2027. And I was like, that is just a ruse for building a alien embassy, right?
Yes.
So that they can go there.
Just think of the roofies they're gonna have on hand.
Oh my god!
Seriously, dude, it's gonna be awesome. I want to be first in line.
I mean,
for the last 20 years, I've been saying if the aliens ever showed up, they'd be like, we come in peace, and we'd be like,
and that's the thing, and everybody knows that. And if you talk to all the people who have actually hung out with aliens, they say the reason why we hide is because humans want to fucking kill us.
Yeah.
So they don't show their face. But the only reason why they will intervene is if they think that humans will actually destroy themselves and destroy the planet. Yeah. Which would be a ricochet effect into the whole universe. So
we're close.
We are starting to destroy our planet.
Yeah.
Very quicker than you would think, right? Very quickly.
Well,
okay.
I mean,
my
we've
brother
been
always
destroying
says
our
we're the
planet
only-
for quite some time.
Yeah.
So now we see them. Okay. So we see them, and they're in plain sight. They're in plain sight.
So if we look at this like outside the box that the box is in, and that those boxes came in, right? Then we say, okay, because we're worried about like fossil fuel emissions and shit like that. The aliens are like, hey, if they fuck up that planet, the geo what is it called? Like we'll lose our tilt or something, and then we could throw off the spin of the universe, which we don't even know what that has. Like if they're like, if that solar system gets out of whack, we're gonna have to nuke it. Like what if that's a consequence? So could we tell people that they need to recycle because some Gazorpazorb is ready to shoot us with the nuke?
We should say you should recycle because you're gonna fucking die, and have an alien just being like, right there. Right? It's possible.
Yep.
They're showing themselves up, and it's really cool. I mean, if you've ever, I don't know what you guys have read or listened to, but there's a lot of people who have, experienced hanging out with them, and the UFO that you were talking about that was just recently seen.
By the passenger plane, right?
Yes, that's kind of a very common one that has very sophisticated technology that can move super fast, that can come in and out of the planet really quickly, and it knows when to come in and when to leave. Yeah. And so it likes to go, yeah, I'm fucking here.
And I'm seeing
and
more
then it
and
goes
more
right
news.
into the water. It probably goes right into Lake Travis.
Right? I'm seeing more and more news about these underwater entities that people have seen, weird lights, shapes, a couple reports of communication with aerial craft and underwater craft at the same time, where they come down, they communicate with these underwater craft, they go back up. That concerns me, and I think Lake Travis might be home to a few of those.
Yes, absolutely. I've heard quite a lot of activity is happening in that lake.
See, and that's so hard. I mean, that's so much harder too, because I mean, it's bad enough that you've got stuff that's flying around so quickly that you can't even really see it, or it's just a glimmer of it. But then to have all of that sort of, underwater, just gives that extra layer of.
There's so much of the oceans and whatnot that are unexplored. You have no idea what could be in there, what could be hiding in these trenches.
I saw the abyss, bro. And look.
Right. And that cloaking technology, that weird, like, do you think that that's the same type of technology that Sasquatch uses to not be caught on camera, not be seen by the human eye?
No.
It's got to be way more advanced than Sasquatch.
Yeah.
It's more of a supernatural kind of thing with Sasquatch, maybe.
Sasquatch is, he shifts between dimensions.
Yeah, it's more metaphysical.
Which actually could be, if you think, could be more sophisticated, but all the dimensions are here within us. It's just a matter of what you can see and at the time. So he just shifts in between the dimensions, but the technology of the UFO it's literally technology, but it's so far beyond what our human mind can even comprehend at this point to understand how could it literally go invisible. But we have, the government has been developing this stuff for a while. So it is hard to say, because they're not disclosing probably how much stuff we have developed since the 60s.
And again, who knows where they got that from? Was it reverse engineered from craft that they recovered somewhere in some sort of extraterrestrial phenomenon?
Yeah.
But how much of it do you think, Jax, at this point is strictly the whole cloaking issue versus such advanced technology, because they've been around so much longer, that they're maybe able to establish a wormhole or something else where they're actually it's more of a time related travel as opposed to exactly I could see it being both. I mean, they have the understanding, but
I see it like they've got like the Rick and Morty portal gun, where he's just like and then all of a sudden a little time portal goes in, and then he goes somewhere else. I don't know. I never see him with a dial on it. Like he's never like, let me go to this portal.
I saw that episode of Watchmen where they kept opening portals and basketballs kept hitting people in the head. That was uncool, man.
You want to see an interesting show with that stuff going on? Check out a German show called Dark. If you haven't seen it already, really interesting. Yeah.
Now, Kat, can I ask you a question about, because I was talking about anthropology. All of a sudden, everybody's interested in what the president called Neanderthal thinking, to the gunners' actions here in Texas, and then everybody got all upset about Neanderthals. But I think, what is it, the Denisovans over in eastern Russia? Tell me about them. And there's a lot of people that think that they might have been some sort of alien DNA. Am I right?
Yeah, that's my understanding. So it hasn't been like my main focus of research, but yeah, I think there have been certain key like physical characteristics that that community tends to have that have been comparable to some of the like phenotypic traits of some of the aliens that we've allegedly been able to capture or look at or whatever. And
Physical
so
traits.
Physical. Yes.
Like,
I'm getting into my genetic talk. Sorry.
Are we talking
Yes.
like skeletal remains and that kind of thing?
I think some of it too is even just certain structure of maybe not so much the actual skeleton, or although I guess you could say that. I mean, maybe the shape, just like you think about how the Neanderthals look versus how we look now. I mean, there's sort of this evolution. So I guess you could say that might be part of it, but there are some key traits that community possesses that are very reminiscent of some extraterrestrial forms. So I think getting to what Jax was saying earlier, where we all may have some amount of alien whatever in us, and I think as we're getting more and more information and data through 23andMe, whatever it is. I mean, like the more data we collect, the more we're really able to parse out some of that stuff. And I think they're starting to see that community.
Now, according to 23andMe, I have more Neanderthal DNA than 48% of other 23andMe customers. But
I've got you beat.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's less than 2% Neanderthal DNA. Is more than 48% of other customers.
More than 48% is less than 2%?
It's more than 48% of the people who they have data from.
The amount of Neanderthal DNA is less than 2% of.
And so are they saying, because they just recently found, right, a teenage girl that was Neanderthal Homo sapien, right? So they're saying that Neanderthals were their own branch. They were on their own, and then they extinct, right? So it's like an Adam and Eve situation where you had this like Neanderthal, and then all these people now are Neanderthal DNA.
Yeah.
But I also feel that extraterrestrials came down,
right,
and procreated with the Neanderthals for a purpose because of their human characteristics, and then all of a sudden you have ancient Egyptians with huge heads.
I mean, we're the only humanoid species on the planet, but I really feel like if there was more than one humanoid species on the planet, we'd be interbreeding. I mean, it's
exactly.
I mean,
you're like, hey, you
happened, right? I mean, could it be that we had a situation where there was like two origin species, right? Or three,
maybe even four.
It's the Denisovans, I think, is what it is.
Denisovans,
the Denisovans.
Isn't that what you said earlier? Sorry,
I think I said Genisovans or something.
I misheard you.
I thought you said Sokovians. But
there's the Neanderthals and there's the Homo sapiens, right? And then they meet, and they've got like different classes or they got different ideas of how to do things, but then they resolve their differences after a couple tribal wars, and then they start to interbreed, and then it just turns out that the ones with the more Homo sapien genome versus the Neanderthal were resistant to some sort of pathogen. And then, like, the Neanderthals were like, I don't wear masks.
I mean, it's the way that people have combined the power of their kingdoms for millennia.
Of course.
I'll marry your daughter to my son, whether you be a Neanderthal, I be a fucking whatever the fuck I am, whatever.
Homo erectus.
Yeah, Homo erectus, I bet.
And then we're here.
Homo erectus.
That was sweet, Jax.
When I learned about the Denisovans and how remote that was, like from the origin story from Africa, it all plays out with the data that we've seen and from the fossil records or the artifact records, that we're seeing, and how civilization and life, kind of evolved out of Africa. But but then you introduced the Denisovans, which I didn't learn until I was 40 years old, going back to finish my 4-year degree, which I started in '93, in an anthropology class, because I didn't want to take earth science again. Man, that was traumatic. But so I had a wonderful professor that taught me a lot about this stuff, and she ended up being part Denisovan and part Neanderthal, right? And
double dipping she was.
So what are our thoughts about an alien origin story?
I mean, it's likely, I would imagine.
I didn't ask you.
Oh, sorry. Thought you were asking me. I'm sorry. I'm high still.
Ladies.
Say that again.
Yeah, you lost me for a second there. Sorry.
He tends to ramble, and then people quit paying attention. By the time he actually gets to the question, everybody's tuned out. So
I mean, I think I know the question you're asking. I'm not sure.
Is there an alien origin story?
I mean, that's a pretty broad question.
I mean, you didn't see Prometheus, bro? Come on.
I feel like it's
you want to go
it's
all
such a long
the way
story. We wouldn't be able to get
like you want to
even
go
to
all
the
the way back to because you're talking like let's go back to the start of the very beginning of the universe and the start of life, because Earth is a garden, right? All these comets and planets and UFOs and whatever have been flying by Earth and seeding Earth for so long. And you can't ignore that or deny it, because look at how many fucking life forms we have on this planet. It's insane.
I mean, we're still discovering them too.
It's absolutely insane. Like, you can just go, oh, I went to the zoo and I saw a tiger and a camel and a whatever. Isn't that kind of crazy that we have 50 different animals at the zoo, but then you look at the entire planet and then we're thinking there's no other planets around it they all came from different planets. We've been seeded for so long. And so that's why we're so delicately protected by these extraterrestrials that fly by to check out, to see how we're doing, to make sure everything's okay. Because
it's kind of like their experiment in some ways.
We are the
too,
experiment.
Right.
Like a crop. We're like a crop.
We are. And
are they just
other
fur
planets
traders?
just like us?
Are they just selling the fur for money on the black market?
Maybe. They might sell your beard for money. But
so we're theorizing here that the aliens are basically intergalactic trappers, and we are their creek. They come down.
Yep.
They take us. They extract what they need from our bodies, and they throw us back here with no recollection of being anally probed.
I would say that would be
a real shame to forget that.
That would be one theory.
Maybe
that would be one group of aliens would do that.
I have to say, every time I've been anally probed, I have no memory of it.
Yes.
What's that, Kat?
I was going to say, we can't speak to all of them out there, right? I mean, the universe is so huge. Even researching them like we do, we know there are so many that it's like we haven't even, scraped the tip of the iceberg. So, yeah, exactly.
What do we need to do as a society to get to a point where we can, where they can finally be like, okay, guys, we finally can reveal ourselves?
Well, my brothers always said, like, why would they want to come here, sort of with, peace and be a little bit more open and receptive to it when we have so much dysfunction here that we're like nuking ourselves, even like testing nukes on our own land, right? So it kind of makes you wonder.
We're at a point now where there's more information that the government has released about what they actually know about unidentified aerial phenomenon,
right?
And
it's a blue book, or
admitting things that we've theorized that the government has done for years. They've admitted to, and nobody's paid attention to it.
Yep.
Nobody cares.
Okay, so okay, this is you brought me, man. You just hit me with you hit me with a ton of bricks, and
Jeez.
so this is the thing that I think about way too much. I think about humanity too much, and I don't know why I give a shit, because I've constant. And you know what? I thought about. I had a moment where I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get rid of all the fucking technology. I'll keep my camera, keep the stupid computer for this podcast, but I'm just going to go. I'm going to a flip phone with no email technology and no Facebook and no, but because of this show, I think that I need to chime in on. So anyway, why do I care about humanity? I don't know. I can't stop. It's my addiction. I'm sorry. I don't even have kids. I've got no future.
That you know of.
I'm going to die alone in this apartment. And my neighbors are going to smell me 3 weeks later. And it's a sad story that I've already written.
We've had this discussion. Your neighbors are not going to smell you in 3 weeks. It's going to take way longer than 3 weeks to smell you over the rats.
Yeah, the rats are still decomposing in the wall. So they're going to paint for that.
I mean, the thing is, though, Jimmy, I will say, though, even going with something more technologically simple, simpler, like a flip phone or whatever, that they still have a lot of capability within the phones to shut on and off, track, etc. I mean, I don't know how much that would even help.
Okay.
And let's be honest, as many times as your neighbors have interrupted this fucking show, they would probably find you mid-dying. While you were dying, someone would knock on your fucking door.
No, what I'm saying is, what do we have to do as a society? And I'm talking big picture. I took you to the beginning of the universe just a couple seconds ago, but now I'm going to take you, what is it? We've seen some of these dystopian themed movies that have shown us the future, where we, have some sort of do we have to? What do we have to do? We have to evolve as humans.
You have to stop thinking with your fucking head and start thinking with your heart.
That's right.
Sorry. I mean, it's true. The other beings are so much more evolved than us that they don't just use their mind to figure and think things out. I mean, if they can actually communicate telepathically or communicate energetically,
just communicate.
Just to communicate, to communicate,
sure.
And not to fight, and just to look for a place to live and to survive. It's just different. We're in a different place. So this is
that's
a cool
the thing,
way.
man. You figure that these beings probably communicate telepathically.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's a way better way to communicate, because you know what the other party's thinking. You don't have to rely on their grasp of the human language and what the fuck they know.
You also have to remember they can do it and also manipulate the shit out of you, because I've experienced it myself.
But can they manipulate the shit out of each other?
Yes.
Oh, so that makes it a little bit more.
They show up. And they show up to a small group of military folks, and they're like, "Hey guys, we're from Quantuan 12, and we come in peace." And then the army guys are like, "Well, we come in peace too." And they're like,
"You came in peace, but you're leaving in pieces."
We're gonna totally put you in a meat grinder. And And then they're like, hold on,
my
I got
freedom
friends in the ship, and then they fly away, right? So
somebody wrote in, what about the tardigrades and aliens, the water bears?
Man, they're cute, aren't they?
They're fucking awesome, man.
They're so
that is the answer. It's in plain sight. There is extraterrestrial life that exists beyond our planet.
What's this article that's been being shared all over the place about a cephalopod that passed a cognitive test designed for toddlers just a couple weeks ago? I mean, they're here already.
They're here, and we can't believe. We have to think that aliens have to be human looking or humanoid, but why can't they be a water bear? Why can't they be a piece of bacteria?
Let's see how long we can keep Jimmy from being able to talk.
Or a kangaroo. What the fuck, man? It's got a baby in a pouch that lives inside the pouch and it jumps around. Like, are you serious?
Fucking marsupials are crazy, aren't they, man? Who knew koala bears were marsupials?
I didn't know that.
I only researched
bears. We can't say bears.
Wombats.
After koala.
Wombats. Another one. Wombat. The other one.
Everybody just thought immediately kangaroos and possums, but then koalas.
You think about
platypus, for fuck's sake.
Platypus.
I forgot about that.
Right? I just look at animals. I'm like, you are not real. Like an octopus, they're freaking smart as hell, and they can literally change. They can camouflage and change colors just like a UFO.
There you go. The cloaking technology is already here. Even
unbelievable. They can change to any color therewith. I mean,
adapt their shape to almost anything. I mean. I've seen them mimic a chessboard.
So, like, how can they do that when they've never even been near one? So we keep looking outside.
They were, to be fair, he was on a chessboard, and I don't know if he was actually mimicking it with the pattern or if he somehow became transparent where you could see the chessboard through his body.
He probably mimicked the color because that's.
But I would imagine that's what
chameleons.
That's what they do.
They can do that too. Yeah. That's true.
But, I mean, how amazing is that? We kind of just blow it off going, well, they're just animals on our planet. No big deal, right? But are you kidding me? Like, where did this animal come from and how does it exist? We're only looking at humans. We don't fucking care about all these other amazing planets.
You know, like we were.
And there's a lot of animals.
Hold on, Dwayne. The moratorium's over.
What's your favorite animal, Jimmy? I mean, come on.
My favorite animal is the platypus. I love the platypus
They're
because
pretty interesting.
it's the only mammal that grows that can lay an egg, and it also has a poison barb. And I'm currently in the middle of writing the script for the first season of, and this is coming soon, y'all. I'm working on it.
You hear breaking news?
Yeah, winter tryouts.
Are you sure you should be talking about this?
It's going to be
sign an NDA.
No, it's Duck Beaver.
Can I be the beaver?
His mama was a duck. His daddy was a beaver, and you can be the mama beaver. And but he looks like a platypus, and so everybody thinks he's a platypus. When he gets
but he's everybody in the
beaver. They're all racist against platypuses because they got those poison barbs that
I knew you were going to take it there.
People, so but he's a duck beaver. He's like, mama was a duck, my daddy was a beaver.
Can you make a story about the water bear and all the kids just try to kill it to see how it would die, and he just doesn't die?
You know, I say tardigrades are cute, but if you fucking like zoomed in on that fucker and made him like, if he was the size of an elephant, I'd be a little intimidated, maybe.
Have you seen
I mean, he probably is the size of an elephant on another planet.
Maybe.
That's the truth.
Well, hey, what do you guys think? Hold on. What do you guys think about? No. This is important.
On another planet. I'm talking about Horton Hears a Who. I mean, like
it's Horton Hears a Who.
Let's not talk about Dr. Seuss.
Are we the
on Dr. Seuss?
Yeah, that's right. Those 6 books, man.
Don't talk about the politics of Dr. Seuss. I'm talking about Horton Hears a Who, and he finds a universe on a flower. And what are the chances that we are on a flower?
I mean, of course, don't you? I mean, it's like fractals, right? If you want to get into like statistical theory and all that. I mean, it doesn't matter at whatever magnitude you're kind of looking in, like in a microscope versus, 10, whatever. It's the same type of thing. So you step back even farther with all of the different planets within the universe. It's the same type of thing. It's like a universe on a flower. Just the more you zoom in, you're just getting into smaller and smaller universes that exist because it's endless, going smaller and getting bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't explain too well because I'm well into my vodka, but you know what I mean.
No,
It's
that's
peeling
what I'm
layers.
saying. That's what, like, even okay. There's my neighborhood, my apartment building during Snowvid. You know, I took care of them, but then I was also worried about like my neighborhood. You know, like all up and down South First. I took care of them, but then I was worried about like all my friends in Austin. Then I was like, holy shit, the state is screwed. You know. Like, and then I start worrying about the whole country, you know, outside of Snowvid, but just like, you know, we're in a terrible. And then I think about the world. How do we get the average person to start thinking bigger than just the end of their nose?
So your friend that called in earlier, Bob Taylor, is that right? Taylor.
Bob Taylor.
Bob Taylor.
So
Taylor Bob.
He's a good example.
Mhm.
He must have something in him where he's already thinking about it. Okay. So it's like the spark, the fire just lit. So he's already open to seeing and experiencing it. And it does the thing. It lights a flame, right? So more and more people start to become open to it. And those are the people that that will experience it and believe it. And it has to be more. It has to grow. There has to be momentum, because when it actually happens in the masses, it's going to be one of those things where people go, is this real or not? Is this dangerous or is it not? And people just have to start being open to the idea that it exists and it's happening, and they have to let it in. And if they're open and they let it in, you can look up every day and you will see it. There are so many UFOs that fly over every day. It's ridiculous. You can see it.
Never see any of them.
You
Because
will.
you're going to kill them.
Look all the time.
Okay, so you maybe. Okay, so then if you're not somebody,
it's because they know that I'm seeking them out. I believe.
Is it because of his military training?
No, it's not because of my military training. They're telepathic, Jimmy. They know that I mean them no harm.
Think of it this way,
Then
too,
if-
though.
if
You're
then-
looking this
so-
way. They can be coming behind you. There's so many different planets
many
in the
different
solar
angles.
system, and how many solar
head's
systems
on a
are.
swivel,
I mean,
though.
you know what I mean, though?
My
But
head's on a swivel.
You are a speck of sand in the ocean of the universe.
I mean, I am constantly scanning the skies. The
okay,
horizon.
so you need to stop scanning the skies.
Mark that tape. She was talking to Dwayne, and she just said that he's a speck of sand. Okay,
I am a speck of sand.
I'd like to get that in a future promo.
I am a speck of sand, though.
Thank
We're
you.
all
I'd
specks
love
of
to
sand,
be.
Jimmy.
But you see what I mean, though.
And
Like
the
the chances of
size.
you seeing
Yeah, you're
one
right.
when you are,
When you're looking, it doesn't happen.
So
But
I
you
saw-
might be one to actually feel them differently.
Yeah.
You don't just have to see them. You can have them show up in your dreams. You can have them
Here's the
talk to you
thing.
telepathically. You
Have you
can
ever
have
had
them walk
UFO
up to your face and actually literally walk up to your face, because many of them look like humans.
Yeah.
The
So
beard
the irony is you could have met
the
several
beard
aliens
community
by now.
is a wonderful way to go undercover as an alien. I
That's
mean,
a true statement.
that is, yeah. I mean, because they might have some like big jaw that comes out, you know, or I don't know. But listen, I saw something
Thompson
today-
twins. Woohoo.
Yeah. They come.
It's true. They like music.
Especially
They
80s
like-
music.
Yeah.
They
And
like John
what
Cusack
somebody-
is what they like.
There was a
called?
guy
Back to
that
left.
there was an ex-military guy who worked in the desert, we'll say, and he worked with a lot of aliens. And he was like, you know, it's weird. He's like, nowadays you wouldn't even question it, because he described how some of them looked, and he's like, some of them are very pale and very thin and tall. And he's like, everybody is
Look like emo kids.
He was like, everybody's so weird looking now that you would never know the difference between. You would just think it was a weird.
So
person.
are you saying aliens
Everyone's
push
so weird
interracial
looking now.
marriage? Aliens have pushed the intermixing of the. I mean, okay. So how do we? listen, there's a lot of people that still believe that God created the earth in 7 days. How do we get, and then there's the Muhammad or the Quran followers, and then the Old Testament followers, which is kind of the same thing, 7 days. But what are Buddhism? So well, there's probably other religions too. Don't let me
Hindu.
Hindus. There's probably like the largest percentage of people on the earth that I just forgot their religion. Yeah, Hindu religion. Okay, but and then how do we?
Did you say Muslim?
No,
Or you
I
said
don't think
Quran.
he
You said
did.
Quran. He said Quran. Sorry,
Okay.
sorry.
So we assume.
I take
I
it
said
back.
Muhammad religion first, but that was bad. So yeah. Anyway, how do we, as a species, before we get weeded out, of this this DNA milkshake that is on Earth, how do we as a species evolve to a point where we can survive this? And
Are you trying to make evolution happen? What's going on here?
I'm thinking that we need some alien help. It would be
Are
great
you
if they
thinking
were like,
about mating?
Yeah,
With
why don't you just plant your seed
Are
into
you thinking about
everyone.
mating?
No, what did I say?
You were basically, it sounded like, how are we going to survive unless we kind of make ourselves
Crossbreed
more
kind of, do
homogeneous?
the Homo sapiens and the
You're sick,
Neanderthals.
No, I said that religion is a limiter. I'm seeing religion
As a limiter? Oh, of course.
a limiter to our evolution in our mind.
Absolutely.
It always has been.
But I don't think
Yes.
it's just religion. I agree fully that religion is one, but think of it. I mean, it's an issue too, where people naturally, and I'm generalizing, gravitate towards similar people, whether they're similar minded, they look the same, whatever, and people just tend to kind of exactly. That's a more succinct way of saying it. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, people are always going to choose a team, and you could have any ideology, whether it be a religious ideology, a political ideology.
Right.
Someone's always going to come around and, oh well, if some right-wing conservative dude comes out and says aliens have been here all along, here we are, let me introduce you, we're best friends, we smoke pot together all the time, and then all the right-wing conservative people are going to be like, well, we knew they were here all the time.
Right.
People are going to pick their teams. It just you can't satisfy everyone. We're a fucked up species.
Crazy.
We're the weakest link, man.
Goodbye.
We kind of are.
That's why we're cattle. We're like cattle. We're a crop.
Well, I think that's a good place to end this conversation. We are the worst. Kat, do you have hope? Do you have hope that we can possibly one day benefit from our relationship, or is it just like Elon Musk is just?
What kind of relationship are we talking about here?
Is he the?
Hey, before we end this, let me get to a question that has something to do with Elon Musk. Now, I know you guys, like me, are probably following this new Mars rover that just landed, right?
Yes.
And seeing all this 4K video from the surface of Mars. Doesn't it look a lot like Sedona?
Yeah, it's
I love
Earth, man.
Sedona.
Right?
It's Earth, man. Come on, it's Earth. It was Earth.
Sedona's a pretty dope spot. I've been there quite a bit.
I mean, there's a vortex all over, like everywhere you look.
Oh man,
no, Sedona's pretty amazing.
The worst thing they could do is put a 4K camera on Mars, because now I'm sold.
Now you know. So it was Earth.
We could sprout some water.
You think?
There's probably water underneath, and that's what he's doing.
I'd even be willing to wear a mask.
Himself to transport and to. Other aliens come to our planet too to see if they can live here because their planets aren't doing so good.
Right.
Also, I saw a few people mention that these recent alien or UFO sightings, unidentified craft sightings around the Austin area could in some way be linked to the satellites that Elon is putting up for his internet.
I don't think it could be connected to, like, if you, like, for your friend, for example, who saw something that was moving very low and that shifted shape, there's no way. But if you're looking at the type of UFOs that people look at far in the distance, where they're moving stars, comets, whatever, then yes, maybe, because people have, used to look up and you could see ships moving in a far distance really, really slowly, and now you would get confused with the satellites. But for something to be that close, like if we see it in our atmosphere, you couldn't get confused. And there's no drones and shit that do the hovering and the disappearing. I mean, I've literally seen them disappear to nothing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, the drones can hover, but you're right.
And they make noise. We know of. They make noise. I mean,
they do.
They do. They make some type of noise. So
they're very whiny.
But maybe next time we're on, maybe we talk about.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
We can talk about the different races of aliens if you guys want to get into that.
Yeah. I want to talk about that.
We didn't even get to talk about that today. That's true.
I know. We could start talking about that.
What? Listen, next time I say, hey, do y'all want to come on? Or next time, just bully your way to be like, "Hey, we're coming on." Like, if you have,
we should just schedule.
Why don't you just make us like a weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever works? We're around.
We should
we'll make time for you guys.
Like a monthly segment.
Great.
You're gonna be my round the way girls, is what you're saying.
Okay, LL. That's right.
What we'll do? We'll plan.
Ladies love cool games.
We'll plan. Hey, go back to Cali. All right. We'll plan a monthly segment. And then let's say every 6-8 months, we do a 2-hour special devoted to alien phenomenon. Oh, we got a caller. Looks like
right.
Ishmael, what's up, buddy?
You're talking about aliens?
Yeah, tell me, what do you know?
What's your experience?
I think I was abducted.
Okay. Tell me about
it. There were fingerprints on my wall.
Mm-hmm.
They were not mine.
Mm-hmm.
Small gray-skinned fellow with a beard.
With a beard.
Have you experienced it?
How big were his fingers?
What did he?
3 fingers.
Did he kidnap you, or
one finger was the size of 3 fingers? Let's get
I
to the bottom
don't
of this here.
remember much other than the fact that there were 3 fingers.
3 fingers, long
fingers.
Long fingers.
Light
3 long
gray
fingers.
skin and light gray skin and the beard. Kind of looked like Jimmy.
Kind of like,
no.
Jimmy does
I
have
gotta
kind of
go,
light
people.
gray skin.
I'll see you guys on the next segment, okay?
Love you, Jack.
All right, we love
Love
you, Jack.
you.
Yes.
Suppose
Dwayne.
Stop touching buttons. Stop touching buttons.
Where's Ishmael?
Ismael.
Oh, he's gone too. Let him in here. Is he still there?
What is? Why are we echoing all of a sudden?
I don't know. Kyle, do you have a break video? Let's take a quick break.
We should have episode 3.
No, he's here, but let's take a quick break. Episode 3 of what?
Bounce houses and baseball cards.
Bounce houses and baseball cards. Do you have that right,
Kyle? Mellow entertainment.
Cool. We're taking a quick break. Thanks to Kat and Jax. I learned a lot. And then when we come back, Rance May is joining us live. We'll be right back.
was a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight.
Sorry to keep you gentlemen waiting. It's been a busy day. Which one of you is Frank?
I'm Frank.
Perfect. You are the executor of the estate. Should we wake him?
No, it's best to let him be.
First off, I'm sorry for your loss. This should only take a few minutes, all very routine. Fortunately for you, your father, when he passed, had no debts or ancillary expenses to his name, so nothing to worry about there. Unfortunately, no real assets or properties to pass on, so this is all more just a formality than anything.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
I guess not.
Just need you to sign here, stating that you understand the current affairs of the estate, or lack thereof. There is one thing. He wanted his son Dan, assuming this is Dan, to have this.
Actually, I'll take that. I'll hold on to it for him. We mustn't awaken the Kraken.
Fair enough. Well, that's really it. I assume you know your way out. I'll have my assistant make you a copy. Take your time. It's here. Jesus Christ! If you have any questions, just let us know.
You're unbelievable. What did I miss? Well, Pennywise, nothing. Dad didn't have anything.
No surprise there. What about his cards, though? Those have to be sitting around somewhere, yeah?
Sorry, Bobo. No cards.
No cards? He got rid of his cards?
Yeah, I guess he gave them away.
To who?
To Troy. Gave them to Troy.
Troy. Troy? Who's Troy? Wait a minute. Hold on. Troy? Are you shitting me? You don't remember?
No, I don't remember.
I remember that little bitch-ass Troy. The handicapped neighbor kid. From Swanson Street?
Okay.
Swanson Street, dude. At the South Seas apartment complex down from us. Bitch-ass Troy. Always trying to trade up. You know, we fought once. Like a real fight. I karate kicked his ass. Man, I didn't know Dad and Troy were so tight.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, what's that?
That's nothing. Just some paperwork, attorney stuff. Let's get out of here.
I think I saw angels just walk by. There goes a sight from my soul.
Whatever. We're back.
What's going on?
What's up? Did the video end? It ended, right?
I don't know what happened. I came back and everything was fucked up.
It was weird. Okay.
I'm sorry, I had to put my kid to bed. I had to get more brew.
Cool. We got it all handled. And so thanks to Jackson Cat for talking to us about aliens. I mean, that we could do a 2-hour show about aliens. And
really
I wanted
to
to
be better than doing a 2-hour show about politics.
I just wanted to give a shout out. You know, we got John chimed in earlier. He says, I've seen some weird shit in the sky, some fast moving, and others move very slow. And then he said, I lived a mile from O'Hare and things he saw weren't planes. So, I mean, we're not the only ones that have seen random stuff. And speaking of seeing random stuff, weird things on a regular basis, let's bring in our guest, Rance May.
Ranger Rance May.
Have you ever seen an alien or a UFO?
Man, I was watching this before I got here. I didn't know I was getting on an episode of Coast to Coast, man.
Hey, man.
No, that's
fucking Art Bell for your ass right here.
Brother, you're doing the Lord's work.
Oh, look at this. These motherfuckers got joint service.
I have seen some weird things. I come from a little rural town, Anahuac, Texas. Shout out. But yeah, I've seen some weird shit in the sky. I haven't really seen like an alien like they show on the movies or whatever, you know. But
weird phenomenon flying up there in the skies out there in Texas.
Yeah, I smoke a lot of weed, but I've seen a lot of shit, you know. I'm a firm believer you got to see some shit to know some shit, you know.
That's a true statement, sir. God damn.
I mean, there is this. I call it a documentary, but you know, it might not be called a documentary to some others. But this thing called "The Least We Could Do," or no, that's our show. It's what is it? Shit. I just forgot the name of it. But anyway, it's this documentary about where they're talking about it's the bleep we could do or something like that, right? Isn't it? And then so anyway.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Shit, man. But anyway,
God damn it,
I forgot what I was talking about. Now, Rance, you're a musician. The bleep do we know? Yes, but I don't remember why I brought that up already. Listen, the drinking word of the night was unidentified, and I have identified my beverage. If you know what I'm talking about,
your state of mind is unidentified tonight. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you.
You are a singer, songwriter, and you also get to hang out at one of the coolest damn honky tonks in South Austin. Tell us about the last year and how it's been and what's going on and what you plan to do as a musician to continue to keep the masses entertained.
And tell us what strain you're smoking.
This is some GG4 right here from up in Chickasha, Oklahoma.
All right.
Oklahoma. Shout out to Oklahoma getting ready to vote on that recreational marijuana.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, this is a short hop, skip, and a jump to Oklahoma. I tell you what, God damn it.
That's right, buddy. It's gonna happen right here before we know it. But the last year has been. I had a kid. That's the best thing about it. In March, I had a daughter.
That's right.
So
what day in March?
March 23rd. My year hasn't really been that fucked, you know. And I guess I've been pretty lucky because I've had things to preoccupy my time as well as this bar. And just chose personally not to live in fear of whatever, you know, respect everybody's space and everybody's deal, but do my thing and let everybody do their thing, you know.
That's what I was talking about with the alien thing, you know, like I think that aliens are more apt to come to a person like you that, you know, you're not you're eating right. You might be taking your gummy vitamins. Like I'm addicted to gummy vitamins.
I'm addicted to gummies. They ain't vitamins though.
But you also, yeah, I mean, and that's important. You know, like all the there's the right wing nuts that are like, hey, no, these masks are oppressive, and then there's the left wing nuts that are like, oh, why don't you just take the vitamin D? You know, and we need to work on the immune system. And then there's somewhere in the middle where, you know, like I felt confident in the fact that I eat well enough and that my immune system is strong enough that hopefully if I got it, I wasn't going to be, you know, sent to the hospital.
What's that saying? A McRib a day keeps the doctor away.
That's right.
But
fucking, I can't tell you how many times I've seen video of this guy stuffing McDonald's fries down his gullet.
So we ain't scared. And then we're also,
like
you know,
cock.
in a better position than we were a year ago, where we didn't have a vaccine. Now we've got it, because, you know, I was there the last night that y'all were open. At,
Jesse Leger just got off the stage.
no, you guys, yeah, you guys are back open. I'm saying
You're talking about before the almighty Lord Greg Abbott shut us down.
That's right. That's right.
Wheels McGee.
Oh, Wheels himself. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
Motherfucker ran his chair over my power cord the other day, knocked my fucking power out. Son of a bitch.
You got a song? You got a song for Greg Abbott?
That's like the other day. I'll tell you a quick story that's just kind of relevant. I don't know if it's relevant to this or not, but I'm pretty high. It's funny.
Everything's relevant.
Everything's relevant, brother. But I was driving down Brody down to William Cannon, and there was a homeless lady in the median. She had a dog, and she was yelling all kind of obscenities at her dog, who was just laying in the median on like 18 inches of concrete in the median of the road, laying there being pretty cool. And she's just sitting there going, I'm coming back from Home Depot fixing all kinds of busted pipes.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there at the light, and she's just going, you better stop it. You're being a butthead. You're being such a butthead. And I just thought about it. I was like, I want to give that lady $20 and say, yeah, go get a new dog. Let
me take that one off your hands.
Yeah, that dog sucks. Here's $20.
Dog. Don't let that dog talk to you that way.
Yeah, but it was just so ridiculous. Like, the dog's sitting there on the median of the and like just chilling, and you're asking the dog not to be a butthead. Like, go get fucked, you know.
So exit 23 fishing. Is this who you were fishing with today?
Oh, that's my buddy.
No,
that's my boy Alex.
He says they're open. I just had a beer there the other day. And look, I don't want anybody to think that Sam Point is not open. Sam Point is open, and they are doing the right thing, and they're respecting the masks.
Hey, come next Wednesday. All of Texas is open. God damn it!
But
y'all
yeah,
come.
and I was just talking with Choppy. He's got there's a Shiny Rib show on the 17th. But
hey, you know what? We're about to have a UFC, a WrestleMania, a bunch of fucking music festivals, all like next month. Y'all come.
Yeah.
Bring it.
That's right.
You want to play us a song, dude?
I'll play a song.
Let's play a song.
All right, let's you know, before we started this, I was like, I'll play that song. And now I don't remember. I'll tell you what, since we're in the theme of Ramsey, I'll play a little Ramsey. How about that? I put this on a record we're going to release this year. Well, doctors and lawyers, they won't do nothing for you. Parking attendants, the tax and nice spending. Sucking from the poor to make another war. Get the details on your TV news at 4. My old man says that's a paranoid construction. Cast your vote in the November election. I'm too tired to protest it. Hell, I don't even know if I'm against it. Home of the free land of the free. Said, when did everybody start picking on me? I'm just trying to go from here to there. I swear to the Lord, I treat everybody fair. I don't want no sympathy, a shake, a howdy, or a cup of tea. And that's my state of mind right now. I think I'll go out and eat a cow. And that's the truth as I know it to be. Here in the land of the free. And if you don't like it, you can kiss my ass, 'cause I drive a monster truck. And that's the truth as I know it to be. Here in the land of the free. And that's my state of mind right now. I think I'll go out and eat a cow. If you don't like it, you can kiss my ass, 'cause I drive a monster truck. I said, no, ooh, ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh no, are we gonna fly down in the easy chair? I said, now, ooh, ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh no, are we gonna fly down in the easy chair?
Yes. Yes. They love you.
They love you. Fucking love you, bro.
Telling you, from Birmingham to Amsterdam.
Damn.
That's a Ramsey Midwood song. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, he wrote that. He wrote that in a Pontiac. Fire.
Now,
hard.
what town are you from in Texas?
Anahuac,
Texas.
Anahuac, Texas. Now,
Alligator capital of Texas, to be specific.
What is it?
The alligator capital of Texas.
Okay. All right. Now, when did you come and land in Austin?
Oh shit, about 06, 07.
And then when did you meet Ramsey? Because I mean, I don't know much of the Rance May story, and it sounds like Dwayne is going to write the chronicles of Rance May. But
I'm 100% a Rance May fucking fanboy now, dude.
but when I gotta think that the story of Rance May kind of took a little bit of a turn when you met Ramsey.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I was pretty much, whenever I started doing a lot of stuff over here at Sam's, I was on the road full time then. Like I toured probably 280 dates a year, something like that, 260 dates a year at that point. So yeah, I was pretty wrapped up, and then kind of got wrapped up in this and kind of slowed down there and got married and did the whole deal.
Yeah.
And, I've enjoyed it. I'm about to get back to it. I'm about to
Would
get.
You kind of do your time on the local scene in Anahuac and come out to Austin, make it big?
No, I didn't at all. Actually, I actually moved here because I was working in Colorado, making shitloads of money right out of high school.
Yeah.
And some trouble from high school caught up with me, and I got put on probation.
Damn.
Was that working for Wayfair? You guys were selling kids? With
Yeah,
the name
Adam, you've heard of.
Yeah.
Sure, bud.
What were you doing straight out of high school, making shitloads of money in Colorado doing?
For Enterprise Natural Gas.
Mm-hmm.
You're digging pipelines.
Building a natural gas plant on a mountain that was about 12,000 feet high. And stations after that.
What does building a natural gas plant, give a person that then goes to operate one of the because you're part of the operations, you're one of the more essential gears over at Samstown Point. I mean, what does it take to run one of the more successful honky tonks in Austin?
A lot. I just spent the last 2 weeks basically replacing every pipe on the property. So that's just a that's pretty much. This place has been here for 40 years now.
Yeah.
So 42 years now. So there's a lot of maintenance that goes on, and also just
been there 42 years and ain't seen a storm like it saw a couple weeks ago.
No, man, and that's also just trying to keep the wheels turning and everybody happy is kind of a full-time job. Everybody's got something about. They like to come to the bar.
Well, I know that everybody there appreciates the hard work you do, and even the folks that show up just to drink and see the shows, they know you're part of the grease that keeps the wheels going, and know you're working hard. We got a caller. Let's bring on John from the English Muffin Divers. What's up, John?
John, you there?
Oh, he's muted.
John, can you hear me?
Hold on, we got him.
English
John.
Muffin Divers.
There he is.
John.
John, tell us.
John from the English Muffin Divers.
Huge fan.
Are we on the show yet? Is this?
Yeah, you're on the show, John. John, do you have a question
English
for
Muffin Divers?
Yes, we know you're from the English Muffin Divers. Now,
but
John,
you're supposed to address him as John from the English Muffin Divers when you address him.
Okay.
I got a question for Lance.
Yes.
Hey, that's
Lance.
That's Rance. That's Ranger Rance, John.
Lance, my band's English Muffin Divers. Maybe you've heard of us. We're world's greatest. We'd like to book at Samstown Point. Can you tell Ramsey to book us?
Hey, man, this ain't the time or place for this, John.
Yeah.
Send it directly to him.
Yeah, just send it. Actually,
don't give Ramsey's. Don't give out Ramsey's
We're a real good blues band. We're a real good band.
How often you hang out at Sam's, John?
I've never been to Sam's.
All right, man. Well, the next time that you come on down, go ahead and bring an EP with you or whatever, and I'll tell you if you walk in the women's restroom, make sure there ain't a lady in there. But the second stall on the left-hand side, if you put that toilet goes straight to Ramsey's desk. So if you put that in,
I'll put a disc in the toilet.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like one of those bank tubes.
Yeah, it'll go straight to his desk, man, and that's normally how bands get booked here, man.
It's a disc, but you swap the S and C, like this disc, but
yeah.
I knew I'd be better skipping the email and going right to the source.
Yeah. Man. So how's your band doing?
Not good. Thanks for asking. We fired the piano player.
He was a piece of
shit.
Yeah,
that guy had to go.
He had AIDS.
He got abducted.
It's too
Did
dangerous.
he have AIDS?
He got abducted by a 3-dicked alien that looked like Jimmy with the beard.
What is this? What is this?
By the way, Jimmy, shut the fuck up.
Okay, see you later, John. All right.
Thanks, John.
All
John
right.
from the English Muffin Divers. I like how he wanted to be addressed as that.
Well, I'm just wondering about the yelling at me again. There's a connection there. All right.
Rance, I want to ask you.
All right.
Anahuac is in Chambers County, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That's right.
There's a big pig problem out there. I heard there's a lady got killed by pigs out there.
There's a lady that supposedly got killed by pigs. I think she was dead when the pigs found her.
Now, okay, let's start some conspiracy talk here. Was she murdered? And then the pigs just started fucking eating her.
Everybody knows that a pen of pigs can eat a body. What was the movie? What was the movie that we learned that in?
Hannibal.
Yeah, Hannibal.
Anthony Hopkins, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking kid-faced bastard was just feeding people to hogs, brother.
Yep. Plus, he was eating the good parts. He was feeding the scraps to the hogs.
And those were the most delicious hogs, I bet.
I bet those hogs, the best bacon you've ever had are hogs that eat nothing but human meat.
Yeah, dude. I can only imagine.
Oh my God. If it was legal, I mean,
who says it's illegal, really?
I mean, if nobody knows about it, it's legal, right? But can we pass a law? Can we pass a law that says that people can donate their bodies to pig farms to make pork more delicious?
I feel like that's a more viable than burying people.
But there's a hog problem, but there's only 3 things to do in Anahuac, okay? And that's fuck, fight, and lay pipe.
And it's all hogs, right?
But it's fucking it's all farming and ranching. Just
fuck hogs, fight hogs, and lay pipe on hogs.
That's right, dude. Just all day, just laying the smoke.
Hey, you know the best way to catch a pig, Rance? A greased pig, especially. Because they're slippery.
Let's hear it.
Finger, asshole, curl. That son of a bitch ain't moving. You got him.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you never have to use that information. Rance.
I've seen it done.
Rance, we got a request from Bill. He said play some Keith Whitley for Jamie, but give me one more song, and then we're gonna do memes, and then you're gonna stay with us hopefully for memes, and then we're gonna play a video that Kyle has of you playing. What is the video that you've got, Kyle?
I like you, dude, Kyle. All right.
He's a good dude, isn't he?
Classic.
What are you gonna play for us?
He's from Corpus.
I'll play some Keith Whitley. It goes like this. When there's a cloud don't mean there's rain. The tears in my eyes don't mean there's pain. Don't flatten yourself. I'm over you. And things ain't always what they seem. You can't believe everything you read on my face. I'm over you. You heard I'm drinking more than I should, and I ain't been looking all that good. Someone told you I was taking it rough. Why they making those stories up when I'm over you? There were times if you'd been around, you would have seen me broken down. But now you won't. I'm over you. So if I seem just a little bit cold, it's only 'cause you lost the hope you had on me. I'm over you. You heard I'm drinking more than I should, and I ain't been looking all that good. Someone told you I was taking it rough, but why they making those stories up when I'm over you? You heard I'm drinking more than I should, and I ain't been looking all that good. Someone told you I was taking it rough, why they making those stories up when I'm over you? When I'm over you. When I'm over you.
Yeah, brother. So,
shout out
hey,
to Keith Whitley.
I got a question.
For one,
When you're playing Rants and you see us like sitting here bobbing our heads, does that bother you?
No.
Okay.
We've debated whether or not to like take ourselves off the screen and just let the artist perform, but
I got all the dudes dancing, Jimmy. That's why I'm not successful. No, I'm just messing.
I mean, there's something about this show that has been, and it's going to have to change. Like once everything opens up 100%, this show is going to have to change, because the reason we did this was because we weren't going out on Saturday nights. And I see a future where we are eventually going to start going out on Saturday nights.
Yeah.
And one of your place is one of the places that I feel like everyone's going to be respectful. And
Yeah, I can speak on that. It's just nobody's going to make you feel uncomfortable in any way. Nobody's going to tell you if you don't have a mask on, what the fuck is your problem? And nobody, I mean, that works here. You know, it's just, in my opinion, that's human law. If you choose to wear a mask, then you wear a mask. And if you have a business where you choose to people that have to wear a mask everywhere. Now, our bartenders and everybody that works here behind the bar and all that stuff, to be respectful to every patron that walks through the door, regardless of what they think. They wear a mask, you know, but just saying, when you're in the establishment, I just don't see the sitting down versus standing up and meandering around as COVID affects you one way and doesn't affect you the other way. You know, it's just like, if you can have a mask on sitting down, you can have one standing up. I don't give a shit either way.
True statement. And really, one of the big draws about a lot of the spots around here, and especially Sam's, is a big ass fucking yard and outdoor space. You got to congregate and hang out.
I mean, nobody's going to make you feel uncomfortable. You got all the ample space and opportunity you need, you know?
Yep.
And
look, this is the thing, man. I believe that children are the future. You know, you teach them well and you let them lead the way. And
That's
whoever got their hands on you in Afflepic, Texas.
Anahuac, baby. Anahuac,
Texas. Did a good job. I mean, the gator capital of the world. And as soon as I met you, I knew that you were
all right. Look,
number one, a good soul. You were a good soul. And then I didn't know at the time that you played. And when I heard you play, I knew that you played true. And we've heard you twice tonight. And I appreciate, and I can't wait. And I haven't seen you in forever. And what I was saying earlier was, I was there a year ago when like they canceled South by and then everything, and
it went to shit. No,
it went to shit, and it's been crazy. But I've listened. The places that I have visited, when I have visited, I'm tipping like crazy, and I hope that when people come back, they're gonna tip like crazy. And we're gonna be back on the end, the other better side of this, and you're gonna have your tour bus rolling real soon. And man,
now, brother, it's fucking rolling where I'm chilling right now.
He's on the bus now.
Yeah, I'm chilling on the. I'm on the.
That's where the best internet. The best internet was on the bus.
That's where the best internet is, boys.
That's right.
Oh shit! I totally forgot. Part of our show is to do the
memes.
The damn. Are
you
you
hang around for the memes,
Kyle?
right?
Kyle, do you have the memes? Yeah. Okay. Thank God.
Do it.
Because that was
Kyle.
Take
You're also in charge of
comments
comments
here's the meme.
now.
This is an ex-girlfriend of mine. I thought. I mean, she's not an ex-girlfriend. She's a girlfriend.
See, I can't get down with these because my Crocs don't have the straps on the back.
Okay, next.
Yeah, hey, because you're fucking ready for anything. That's what that means, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but you're really not, because you know what the straps do is give you 4-wheel drive.
That's right. Especially that one pair that had the Velcro straps that come around the back, and you could tighten them up on the back to keep them snug. Those were the shit. They had bigger treads on the bottom too.
Next. All right, scientist. Let's name this spider long legs for its long legs. Not kinky enough. Daddy
long legs.
Yeah.
Huh.
This is how babies. This is how babies work. Next.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah.
What kind of tree fits in your hand?
What?
A palm tree.
Next.
Yes, brother.
So I typed in YR, and this
gas
is
prices rising. Why are my nipples sore? Why are cats afraid of cucumbers?
Why are people asking why flamingos are pink so much? I mean, come on. Next.
Why are people boycotting Coke?
Are they boycotting Coke or are they boycotting Coke?
That's what I'm getting.
They were boycotting Coke because there was a racial sensitivity training that was on LinkedIn.
The powder's white and not black. What the fuck?
Coke had people going on, and it was basically like, what's one of the problems with racial sensitivity? Well, white people are always being real white, so it was telling people how to be less white. And then all the white people were like, what? You're teaching people to be less white? What the fuck is that all about? We're white, man, and everybody else fucking sucks. And then it just went real fucking crazy. So they started boycotting Coke, and they're drinking Pepsi now, and they're more mad.
Oh, come on. Who really drinks Pepsi, for fuck's sake, besides Michael J. Fox?
Dude,
and not anymore.
I don't know how Pepsi's in fucking business. I'm not joking. Like, how do they have enough money to sponsor a Super Bowl show? Like, I said that this year. Like, what the fuck is it? Pepsi?
They didn't have money to sponsor a Super Bowl show because the fucking Weeknd that spells his fucking name wrong spent $7 million of his own money to put that show on.
I believe it. If the Pepsi is the title sponsor, because who's drinking that shit, man?
No one. No one's fucking drinking unless they live in fucking Alabama and they roll fucking Tide.
Next.
Mine is sitting on a toilet. I didn't even see it.
Oh, okay. Every woman's biggest nightmare is late marriage. And then this
okay.
Pat Pussy says mine is sitting on a toilet.
Pat Pussy, like my name on here, Pontoon or Punton Ron.
Next. And then
Dinosaur, isn't that the Texas State dinosaur?
If you're not dating to marry, then you're dating for heartbreak. Let that sink in. This chick, Meredith, is my spirit animal.
Wow.
Next.
Same reason Jimmy's dating.
Tender couples looking for a third. Hey,
true statement.
Before
this
getting married,
fucking hashtag truth, people.
You ever jump into one of these?
To a Tinder third?
Yeah.
There was no Tinder before I got married, bro.
Well, yeah, and I'll tell you, there was a little bit of Tinder before I got in a relationship, and I downloaded the app in between. I was single for a while, whatever, but I just would go out and meet people like normal people.
Like go to church like normal people.
Like, hi, how are you? What's your name?
Yeah, and then if you wanted to have fun, you go to the bar. If you're not looking for a girlfriend, you go to the bar. If you're looking for a girlfriend, you go to church.
See, that was the opposite for me.
Wow.
I'm Catholic, though. I was Catholic.
You got to meet them through friends or something.
Like this. Update relationship status. Just got laid.
Yeah.
Next.
Sure did. God, wish it was that easy.
If you aren't happy single, you won't be happy taken. Happiness comes from weed, not from relationships. What do you think about this?
Again, hashtag truth. Hashtag truth.
Next.
Happiness doesn't come from weed.
No.
But weed makes happiness more enjoyable.
It makes it more enjoyable. That's kind of what I was thinking over here. I was like,
it makes happiness more happy.
But
coming soon.
food
No
tastes
mask
better.
from the people who brought you no electricity and no running water.
Give me another dose.
Next. All right.
Hey, you know what? Do you see all the people that were saying, hey, look, if Texas doesn't want to fucking wear a mask, don't send those motherfuckers any vaccine either? That's a little harsh, don't you think?
I don't get it. I don't understand why people like. I thought that fucking Joe Biden was supposed to bring unity. What the fuck, dude? Like, I don't give a shit about any wrinkly old man who's making terrible decisions in office. I don't give a shit what his name is or what he looks like. They're all terrible fucking people.
As Jimmy likes to say, I fucking hate to get political on the show, but I've said this a number of times today. Joe Biden and the Democrats had the opportunity to do a lot of shit in the first few days of that fucking presidency that could have guaranteed them a spot. But right now, if they keep going the way they're going, kiss that shit goodbye. It's 4 more years of this, and then Trump's right back in this spot.
Grant, do you have a brother? Do you have a brother?
Yeah.
Is he an older brother?
Younger brother.
Okay, so you're an older brother.
I'm the oldest in the
I'm
family.
an older brother too. And but I'm an older brother to a sister, so it's a little different. But I know I've been friends with buddies who had, like my best friend had a younger brother. And I had a really, really good friend who had an older brother. And I saw the dynamics. Do you think that the Republican Democratic relationship is like the Republicans are the older brother that just are like, they're like, as soon as the younger brother has an idea that is a good idea and they should have thought of first, they just start punching them? I mean, like what the fuck is it with older brothers that just shit on the younger brother? And I mean,
well, but it's like this. It's like it is that analogy a lot because it's like, because then it always ends up backfiring on the little brother or the little sibling. You get what I'm saying? Because the older brother's already been through it and wiser or whatever the fuck it is. You know what I mean? But it is the same analogy. Like, I totally get that.
Yeah. And what about this? You ever sat on a toilet that slid to the left and this made you look like this?
My bus seat does that. I could actually.
Hey, not to throw anybody under the bus, but somebody I know's got one of them squishy fucking toilet seats, them patty fucking.
Next. 2-year-old referred to her coat pockets as snack holes, and this is what I shall call them forever. Bill gets upset when I share tweets. This is totally a tweet, but I mean,
it's not a meme; it's a tweet.
Next,
that's his peeve. See,
no,
again, a tweet, not a meme.
Next, how you holding up? Shit, taking it one day at a time. Have you been all right during this, or terrible? I mean, do you have a Venmo? Do you want us to share it?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm fine, man.
Okay, cool. Next.
Come on down to Sam's.
Next. I don't want to talk about that.
Oh,
But this Girl Boss Energy, Throat Game, Acid Reflux, Cringe, Lactose Intolerance, Wet Ass Pussy. I saw this. Some ladies were talking about this today, and they were like, "Oh, it doesn't also talk about my." I mean, like, women have. I worry about women eating enough sauerkraut and kimchi. I worry about women
getting those probiotics. What the fuck?
We need
man?
to make sure that you're getting your probiotics. I mean, because keep Girl Boss Energy, awesome. Throat Game, it's great. Acid Reflux, I think we can get rid of some of that. What do you think? Are they eating enough probiotics?
I wish I had a crickets sound effect right now.
I don't know, man.
Why are we even like
I'm not
dwelling on this meme?
Next.
I'm not going to touch on that.
No, because it's going to totally get someone in trouble.
This is true. We're just saying to abolish mask wearing laws in the same states where the rest of the nation keeps theirs is like designating a peeing section in a swimming pool. Neil deGrasse Tyson, he's a smart guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a thing. Next. Next.
There should be a peeing section.
Fix the electrical grid. Fix the electrical grid. Fix the electrical grid. Cancel the mask mandate. Next. What's this mean? What light is this? Are you a mechanic? Rance, have you ever done any mechanic stuff? What does this light mean on the car?
Looks like it goes fast.
Next. Animal fact book. Pugs
What
are actually
the fuck is going on here
during the spring.
This shit. What is
Who
this?
buries their dogs?
They're pug crops. Next. All right, there we go. This is Texas in a couple days. All right.
Wednesday.
I did that for you,
brother.
Rance,
Wednesday, brother.
Thank you so much. I hope you're as drunk as we are, and thank you universally.
I'm just hanging, man.
Oh, unidentified. I just all of a sudden thought the drinking word was universal, so I said
No,
universal.
motherfucker, it's identified.
Well, I'll tell you,
unidentified. God damn it.
Any bad press about you has been unidentified because you, sir, are a great American, and I love you, and your music is great, and Jamie Clark loves you as well, and man, thanks for getting off the damn pond and coming and joining us tonight.
Man, had to beat old Puntan Ron himself back to the boat ramp. Today I woke up to go bass fishing. It's almost the spawn. Water temperature's almost right. Tell you this real quick. And then, so I'm fishing just about every day, you know. And I'm out on the boat, and this dude, like, it wasn't the warmest day this morning.
No,
right.
And this dude's out there just riding his pontoon boat around. Giant pontoon boat, one deep in this bitch. So I came up with the name that it was Puntan Ron instead of because he was in a pontoon, but I just swiped the word. I woke up at 5:30 and ate 300 milligrams.
There you go.
By 9, I was coming up with Puntan Ron, brother.
No, you're talking about psilocybin?
No,
I wish.
THC.
Just THC. Just
you just ate it.
Fucking weed, man. Just ate it. 300 milligrams down the gullet. It was
that's hard for guys like us who need those high dose edibles, man. Like, I wish I was one of those people that could get high off a 10-gram fucking gummy. Holy shit, Fritos, bro. Chili cheese Fritos.
Look at this shit.
Chili cheese Fritos. How many milligrams is that?
Wait a freaking minute, dude.
Is that 600 milligrams?
Yeah.
Is that legit Fritos?
That's legit chili cheese Fritos, dude.
Where are they making those?
Fucking Oklahoma, motherfucker.
Now, this shit right here is actually
You got my hopes up. I was about to go to Oklahoma for some Frito pie, motherfucker.
But it'll be there. That's California, though.
California.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
California's got the good shit.
This is the future.
Hey, dude, hey, nah. That's fucking myth over
the edibles, though, bro. Like, they got some high dose fucking edibles in California.
High dose edibles, but they got 600 milligram shit in Oklahoma. I'm just saying, they gotta fucking put shit like that on it to sell it in California.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I mean. It's a gimmick.
Yeah.
Like, they do this to get $20 more out of the same shit that they'd be selling for fucking, you know. That's all I'm getting at. Yeah, it's
true.
Yeah.
But couldn't you just melt a stick of weed butter and dump it on a bag of fucking chili cheese Fritos?
Brother, and fucking go with it, dude.
Right?
I mean, like, what's to stop Gatorade from saying also has CBD and putting like a drop in each bottle, you know, and then it's
also contains cocaine.
So that's why we need to make it legal, so that these assholes can't make money on us going, oh, I'd like some
new
fucking
Gatorade.
But
Now,
listen,
yayo.
if I can get, like, if there is a chili cheese, there's chili cheese with THC and a chili cheese without THC. I'm hitting at 7-Eleven. That's what I'm doing. I'm a chili cheese hot dog.
Dude,
Man,
THC chili.
you're out of here. We're letting you go.
Dude, when we get back to normal and there's another Mohawk chili cook or Liberty chili, or if any of this still happens, is still a thing, chili cook-off, we need to do a THC chili, weed chili.
Rance will make it. Rance, we'll see you later, buddy.
Hey.
Rance, thanks for coming on, man.
Hey, dude, y'all come see me. Y'all be good.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Brother, I'll take care of y'all later.
Thank you, sir.
That's it. We're done.
Man,
and then we're gonna end the show. Kyle,
I thought this was going to be the worst show we've ever done, and it was amazing. It was great.
Come on here, Kyle.
It was nice. Nice job, guys.
You better those weed Fritos.
Why we just got to give you weed Fritos, Bill?
Because he asked for them.
Okay, because he asked for him, and he asked nicely. Well, he didn't ask nicely. He didn't ask nicely, and it's not really an ask. It's almost a command. Give me those now.
Well, he did say that, but
that's rude.
Kyle, great job. Thanks for navigating the madness tonight. Thank you for everybody that listened. We're gonna
for a kinder, gentler Bill Ogden next week.
Yeah, was he mad tonight?
That last comment was kind of aggressive. I don't know.
You better. Leave
He's
him
eating
alone.
Fritos right now. He's fine.
All right, here we go. We're ending the show with some rants, May. Thanks everybody for listening. We'll see you guys next week and with another great episode of The Least We Could Do.
Yeah. Thanks. Pew pew pew.
We were 5 years strong, but barely getting along. You just called and said, babe, let's end it. I started asking questions like, was it me that my ways all the drink? Yeah. Now your half-hearted lies don't have a pleasant surprise. Guess I should know, but they care. So tonight I'm getting lit on late calls. While you're sleeping with him back in Boston, you're always in my head, but you're with him instead. So please just stay your ass and do it. Do you stay you wearing this ring? Well, I guess it was more than just a college thing. I wish I knew how it got to you, but I still don't and I will. I'm getting it on late calls while you're buried in him back in Boston. You're always in my head with all the lies that you said. So please just stay your ass and do it. Girl, just stay your ass and do it. While you're fighting with him back in Boston, you're never in my head. Got a sweet girl still, so please just stay your ass and do it. Girl, just stay your ass and do it. Girl, just stay your ass and do it. Girl, just stay your ass and do it. I said stay your ass and do it.